have been American for 20 years, and I have lived in this country for 30 years. I don't know whether you were born. I am not sure if you were born back when I arrived to this country or not. But just keep it quiet, as we are keeping quiet when your master talks. As I told you, none of the millionaires or billionaires of these 7 countries are not welcome in this country if they come with their checkbook.
If I did that, I couldn't.
But if you are not from the class, then you're not allowed in, even if you are from any of the other countries that are allowed in. There are 12,000 Egyptians with the diversity visa that are not allowed in this country.
You didn't go there.
My community, the Iranian in this town, have faced
So you have no clue.
the ban despite the ruling of the court.
Because you wouldn't even be allowed to
They
dress
are
like this
joining
your
their
face
family
if you're in an
here.
Islamic country.
That's
oppression.
Sister,
Oppression upon women. Why are you not up there preaching that?
daughter are American citizens.
Why don't you preach against that
They
here?
have the right to invite their families,
Oppression
but they
against
are
women.
denied
Islamic
visa
oppression, not
by
Iranian.
American
Islamic
consular
oppression.
section,
I don't think there is.
despite the order of the court
I think
Really?
it's male-dominated
that
society.
if you have a connection in the country,
I'm not allowed to
you
speak
should be
right now. I'm
allowed
not
to
on the list
come.
of speakers,
But
but
these are
You can do
not
it. You're
really
allowed in this country to have free
written
speech.
in
oh, no,
those
I know,
executive
I know that.
orders.
I know that.
These are just the
And that's the one
mentality
thing, and I think that's
of the
why
Take advantage
administration
of it and
from
speak up for the women
down.
being oppressed.
From this
over there.
brother who doesn't know anything about
I am.
anything to the
Absolutely.
guy
I
who's sitting at the State Department as a
honor
secretary.
killings,
They have
rape,
no idea
stonings,
what
all
they're
of that
talking
stuff,
about.
right?
Why not just
And that's our problem.
Okay, let's talk about North Korea.
Keep it up,
Kim Jong-un.
stay
Get him
there,
out, right?
and be
I
strong.
agree.
We ain't gonna put up with that and tolerate that, but if Trump makes a move on it, suddenly he's a warmonger, right?
Well, I mean, we do have to be careful, right?
Why?
With that situation, because we don't want a nuclear war.
What about the people over there? You don't care about them?
Okay, so
You
we're
don't want
going
to
to
nuclear wars. We
continue
gotta stop
today.
it
Let's do
before
it again.
you send a nuke over here, right?
I'm wondering why you're yelling at how.
No hate, no fear.
Sell men talk.
Refugees are
I know
welcome
you're
here.
not
No
getting right.
hate,
That's how
no
men
fear.
talk. I didn't
Refugees are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome
Okay, we're
here.
talking to people, but we're going to give our message as well.
Know your role as a woman.
God and
Know your
country,
role as a woman
Jesus
is
Christ,
you.
He's the Son of God. That is Islam does
You're
not
far from
represent
clean.
So,
Rainbow bright.
it
That's
has
not
to
clean.
be very loud, so even in the plane they can hear us when they're leaving, all right? All right. So we're going to have our next speaker. And
You
we're
realize
going
the
to introduce
difference?
them.
A lot of these liberals, they are gentrifying the neighborhoods to the point where refugees and
Okay,
immigrants
if you have
can't
the blues,
make a living.
Levitical
Why aren't you addressing that?
We need to address
The
this.
Levitical
Why not? Why? I just hear a bunch of
follow
American
the
bashing,
13
Trump
laws.
bashing. Nobody's actually talking about real problems in the immigrant community.
Let me introduce you to
They're talking about that hate and the racism. That's not coming from us. It's coming from the Democrats.
13 laws. That's why Jesus came for you guys.
A little bit, but that's
you
not
don't
where
follow
it is
Jesus,
important.
do you?
Important. That hate, that racism is coming from the Democrats.
You are anti-racist.
He was a savior. He was a savior.
I'm not a racist. That's right.
He wasn't a Christian. Neither am I.
Like, you
I
think we
follow
should stop
Jesus
racism?
Christ.
Absolutely. God made everybody, right?
I think so.
Okay, God made all people.
Christ
So it doesn't matter what color you are. I want you to get saved. I want you to go to heaven. But we're talking about a religion, not a race. Islam is not a race. I could be a Muslim if I wanted to be, right? So that's not a race issue. We're talking about a religion hell-bent on the destruction of Western culture.
Jesus cared about those.
Okay, there's only 2 ladies on the stage, so women will be going in.
It's right. It is right. Look at the UK. Look at France, Sweden. Look at those countries that have said, open up. They opened their borders. They let these people in. We need to learn from that before it happens here.
What happened in these countries?
What are you talking about? Are you not watching anything that's going on around the world? Okay, the riots, they're destroying, they're raping, gang raping women. I mean, that should be a key topic for you.
Do you think that's a women of Islam?
Yes, absolutely. Because over there, they can do that and get away with it. They have to have, how many witnesses before a woman can convict a rapist. Like 3 witnesses, 3 male witnesses had to have seen a rape for those people to get in trouble. And then she's honor killed because she doesn't have her virginity anymore because she was raped.
I think some of those are cultural practices that need to stop, and I agree with you.
So that's what you need to address. What are you doing though? You're not saying welcome. You're not addressing any problems. Let's just bring the problems over here. No, let's solve those problems. Then we can say, okay, if you're still being oppressed, if you're still being trampled on, then you can come here the right way and assimilate into our society.
No, they don't. And you know that. Ishmael and Jacob.
How do we help them if they can't accept
Ishmael and Jacob. Who did Ishmael go through?
How are you helping the North Koreans escape North Korea and the South Korea?
I don't think
So when you said refugees, you're just talking about Muslims?
No.
So let's address all the countries being oppressed. I don't see a broad spectrum of people represented. Yeah, I see this as just a Muslim ban. Oh, Muslim ban. I know, but let's face it. There are some real problems in those Islamic countries that we need to be careful about, right? Did you, 9/11, did that upset you? Where were they from?
Dictatorship.
So they were from countries that had it's just a vetting process. No one's banned.
Freedom.
We don't have to vet
I
it.
think 7 countries were
Economic freedoms.
There were 7, but then Iraq changed their vetting process, so Iraq was actually able to come off of that ban list. Now it's only 6. The only reason that there's a ban on those 6 countries is because they have no way to vet their population whatsoever. That's why it's ridiculous to call it a Muslim ban, because there's 27 or 23 Islamic countries in this world, right? Not to mention the 13 or so Arab countries. So you can't even say it's an Arabic ban, because there's, I mean, Kuwait, there's a plethora of other nations that can do it. It's just a select ban on those select countries because of ISIS and state sponsored terrorism. Kuwait itself put the exact same ban in place. Kuwait, which is right there in the middle of it. Now, if Trump is racist for having that ban, is Kuwait equally as racist? They're all Arab, they're all Muslim. How is Trump racist and Obama racist for doing it initially when Kuwait did the exact same thing? Where's the racism?
Don't we want to say that we're better than Kuwait as a nation?
Sure, sure, but that's still smart though, right?
We're better than, why are we copying? Why are we looking to them as our standard?
So a lot of people in the United States believe in copying the Nordic countries, right? The Scandinavian countries, because they believe that their method of government is better than ours. So either that's smart or it's not. Now, if a country does something that's intelligent and there's actually logic and reason behind doing that, why not emulate that country? If there's like Japan is a great one, right? A lot of people like using Japan as an example for gun control, because Japan doesn't have hardly any gun violence at all. Like it doesn't exist. So a lot of people want to use Japanese policies to bring over to the United States to have that same kind of effect. So Kuwait, for instance, Kuwait went really hard on their immigration, and they put this ban in place. So I mean, Obama did it, and now Trump is redoing it, because it's a smart thing to do. ISIS has a stronghold in Syria. They have a stronghold in Libya, and they did have one in Iraq, but we took care of Iraq. Iraq's pretty good now, and they have a vetting process and so on and so forth. Iran.
Does ISIS have a process in have a stronghold in Iran?
No. However, Iran is put on that because it's globally the leading sponsor of terror.
But I'm here to
What
tell
terror
you
do they
that this is the
sponsor?
most.
They sponsored Al Qaeda. They put money out all the time.
They're
Symbolizes all of that.
by word, by name, Shia country. Why would they
So
sponsor
for the
Sunni
biggest
groups?
Portland chair you can muster out
Well,
here in the cold
it's
and
very good,
please welcome
because, well, first of all, ISIS was very unique. So Al Qaeda, back before ISIS existed, Osama bin Laden was very picky on who he attacked, right? Then when Zarqawi left Al Qaeda and created ISIS, and then he died, and then Baghdadi took over ISIS, ISIS didn't care who they were killing anymore. They were killing anybody, period, to get their ideology out there. So Sunni and Shia became very blurred. I mean, the focus on I'm not going to kill my own people, my own sect or whatever, became very blurred, because back before it was Kurds, right? Both people want to kill the Kurds. Kill the Kurds, right? Well, even the Shias wanted, yes, Shia and Sunni both wanted to kill the Kurds, so that was a common enemy. And now all of a sudden there's that mix, there's that split coming up that didn't really exist. Those lines are so blurred now, because what is Iraq? Is Iraq a Shia or Sunni nation?
I don't know anymore.
Right? But see, Iraq and Iran, they fought all the time. Now, was that religious, or was that land, or was that money, or was that because they didn't like how somebody food in one country?
I want to say something. When Donald Trump talks about making America great, he's talking about making it great for privileged white people. It was never great if you were black or African American. If you were a minority, it was never great. That's what Donald Trump is trying to make America great for. The few rich white people are left in America.
Anyways,
Really well.
But like, are you anti-Muslim on an individual level? Like, are you against me just because I'm Muslim?
You do understand it's not a race, right?
Right,
So
but
you
like, I am Muslim.
I
Are
said you
you
were a fake
anti-me?
Muslim. No, you're a fake Muslim. If you were a real Muslim, you would obey the Quran, right? I'm a real Christian because I obey the Bible, right? So if the Bible tells me to do something, the Bible tells me to love God, right? So I love God. The Quran tells you to love God, to love Allah, right?
Allah is the Arabic word for
It's
God.
the same, right?
But no, it is. It's the Arabic word
It
for
can't be
God.
the same. If Jesus said, I am the way, the truth,
Ask
and
a
the life,
Christian
no man
Arab
comes
what
to
he
the
calls
Father.
it. But ask a Christian Arab what the word for God is.
It doesn't matter.
Because I'm going to argue.
We need to go this direction. Because why? They want to make it seem like we can all coexist, that we have one God, but it's not. Okay,
But
we
even if
worship
we don't
different
have one
gods.
God, can we coexist?
My God is not
Because-
okay with killing
because, like,
infidels.
Hindus don't believe in the same God Christians do. Can they coexist with you?
We are entrepreneurial people.
Yes.
Alberto
They're a
Moreno,
little
please give
better,
a warm
but
welcome.
they're still, the whole cow thing, worshiping cows. Look, they're heathens.
Thank
That's
you,
all it
Mom.
comes down
Thank
to.
you, everyone.
As a Christian, there is only one way. No,
Best of us.
only one way to God. And that's
A lot
Jesus
is being
Christ,
said
okay?
about
being born again through the blood of
Christ
Jesus
and about
Christ.
what
It's the
God
only
has
way.
said.
Everything else is heathen.
But I just want to
Everything
share
else,
some things
okay?
that God has never said to me.
Can I love them? This is love right here.
never
I'm
says
coming
to
out
me-
here in an act of love, okay?
God
not of
does
hate.
not say to
This
me,
is of love
need
to
to
tell you the
speak
truth.
English.
It's not the truth, telling someone the truth, loving,
God
telling
has
them
never
something,
said to
a
me,
lie.
I am American and proud.
So, are you asking like on a personal level or like a philosophical level? Like, for instance, are you asking can he be friends with a Muslim? Can he be friends with a gay guy? Can he be friends with this? Okay, so he might.
One of my questions.
So he might be able to be friends, but he will not ever stop trying to convert a Muslim to Christianity because of the merits that he believes in Islam versus the merits he believes in Christianity. You see what I'm saying? Like, as a person, you and me, I'm kind of putting words in his mouth, and he might correct me in a minute. But as a person, you and me can be great friends. I don't agree with your religion, hypothetically speaking. I don't agree with your religion. You might not agree with my religion, but as an American, live how you want, do what you want. He just wants, his main purpose is to bring people to God. Like, that's why he's wearing this shirt. That's why he comes out and he preaches. That's why he does this stuff, because he doesn't sit there and say you're a horrible person because of what you believe or who you are. He just says you're going to go to hell because of what you believe and who you are. Just like any other pastor, anybody else who believes as strongly as he does in his religion. You see what I'm saying? Like,
It's like belief system.
yes, his belief
But am
system.
I allowed to have my belief system?
Absolutely. Free will. You have God gave you free will
And I
to
chose.
choose. So you chose Islam. You didn't choose God. So
I chose God. I chose God. I chose God.
There's consequences for rejecting Jesus Christ
I don't reject Jesus Christ.
as the Son of God.
As the biological son of God, he's not the biological son. God didn't use him.
God which you love, right? It's only begotten
He
Son.
got in a metaphorical sense.
Oh, so you just take something,
Metaphorical
some
sense.
things literally, some things.
Of course, you take something
So you just pick and choose which one, though, when it works out for the Quran. So do you think that the Quran and the Bible can be meshed together?
Meshed? I don't know. I think they're
Together
separate
we
books,
can do
but I
this.
think they're
Thank you.
both sent by God.
So when one says to love your neighbor and the other says to cut his head off, do you think that's a contradiction?
So what is the Torah has no mention of cutting.
The Torah doesn't. No, you're absolutely right.
The Torah does not.
God does that.
Bestiality in the Bible, though. The Torah is part of the Bible, right? Isn't it part of the Old Testament?
Your Torah, yes.
I'm standing up
We're talking about the Quran
Nazi
versus the
America.
Bible. Which one's more loving?
It's the same loving message from the same God.
Government, our
Have you read the
government
Quran?
made this available.
Have you?
No, I have not read the full Quran. I have read verses out of it, and I've just thrown the thing like,
So
what
you've
is
nitpicked
piece of
God.
crap?
So you've essentially nitpicked the Torah.
If I what?
You've nitpicked the book and found something you
You
don't
have not read the
like.
entire Bible.
No.
So
But
there
I
you go.
haven't claimed to read the entire Bible.
I didn't claim to read the entire Quran. All I said was I picked verses out that it from your prophet, right? Who was supposedly heard from God. Okay? So you took that as God. So your God is okay with a whole lot of things that are very wicked and evil, especially towards women.
Things that he mentioned when he gave the law to Moses.
Right, but that's the difference.
But that's still a theological discussion.
This
I
is
just
where
want to
Jesus
know,
Christ
are
comes in.
Muslims allowed in this country?
Absolutely.
They come here all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why ban? Why be proud of a Muslim
It's
ban?
not
But it's not a Muslim ban, though, right?
Okay, it's a ban on terrorism, basically. Okay, we want to
Why
ban
is it
people.
Saudi
First
Arabia?
job out of university.
We're allies in a weird, stupid way. Well, a lot of us agree that Saudi Arabia should have been on there. Yeah, but so's Kuwait, so's Indonesia, so's Bosnia, so's Libya. I mean, so there's a plethora of Muslim countries out there that come in
But
here, no problem.
it's not fishy that the only ones that are on the ban are Muslim. That's not a little.
And they have a serious problem with terrorism.
Statistics.
Like,
Go
that's
by the
what it
FBI
is.
statistics, facts.
Is Venezuela on the list?
They did 9/11. What was the nation of
You think
origin?
it's all just about 9/11? What about all the other terrorist acts? What about all the people being mowed down by cars? What about all the people that are being raped?
Shot up,
It's not just
bombed.
about America. Let's look at the UK right now. Okay, women are not safe in Muslim neighborhoods unless they are fully covered. Does that bother you?
Even then.
Does that bother you? They're following their book.
No, rape is not.
No, he's talking about, like, if you're not in a full hijab, you're going to get raped in these no-go zones in Europe. Like, is that what we want here in this country? That's what he's asking.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily true to begin with, but no.
It's 100% true. Like, you know, there's no-go zones in Sweden, Norway. Like, Norway just deported 50,000 Muslim immigrants.
Is it always because she's not wearing
You're talking about statistics here. I can say, yes,
let's
white
bring some
people do a lot of bad things, but we're not here for white people, are we? You guys have made that very clear. This is not about white people, okay? In fact, you'd like to get the white people out, except all of you are white, mostly.
There's a whole bunch of signs that say those words.
get white people out.
Yes, if you're not native, then you don't belong here. If you're not native, you don't.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't think that they themselves are native. They're just saying, none of us are native to this land except for the natives.
Not even the natives. The natives came over too.
Who did they
Like,
kill?
I'm partially.
I don't think they
Who
can.
did they kill?
Yeah.
What about the Mexicans?
Yeah, Native Americans.
Did Mexicans kill any Indians?
Are they like ethnically?
No, thank you,
Are they
Christine.
the same thing? No.
No. Like the Native Americans that lived in Mexico, the land we now call Mexico. The Native Americans that lived in the lands we now call the U.S.
Like Aztecs and Mayans, you mean?
Yeah, Aztecs, Mayans, and Navajos, all these tribes, right? Like they're all different nations. Like,
They're different nations, but genetically they all come from, like, the Middle East, technically.
No. They share
not the Middle
DNA
East.
with East Asia.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
If you do a DNA
Yes.
test, it'll say
Yeah.
Native American and East Asian ancestry.
Right. Yeah.
But like, so they came there, they were here first, right?
Sure, they were here first, but just like
They didn't kill anyone to come here. They were just here first. Like they inhabited.
no, but they've still killed. I mean, they still killed people here.
What people here?
Their own people. Like, okay, so I'm part Lakota Sioux. My people killed and took slaves who were Blackfoot, Shoshone, Iroquois. I mean, all sorts of different tribes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So, like, saying that natives are innocent, like the Comanche, for instance, were the most feared tribe in the entire continent because they would go around and kill indiscriminately. They wouldn't care. They would take slaves from any tribe and they would travel a long ways to do it. So saying that, like, natives have a free pass for any of this is laughable. But even
You say they were here first.
sure, they were here first.
Right?
Sure,
And then everyone who came after is really about
sure. As same with
ancestry.
exact same thing for any part of the world except for Northern Africa. Every part of the world people immigrated to except for Northern Africa. That's it.
Wait, didn't they immigrate from Western Africa?
Over 3 million.
Well, there's a whole bunch of different theories, mitochondrial Eve and all that stuff, right? So, but no matter what, like Asia, people immigrated to it. People conquered. People took it over. I mean, the Islam itself. I mean, the Arab nations, they took over like Sicily and Italy and Spain. I mean, everywhere they went, people conquered. So, the United States is a conquered country. It's a conquered nation, right? By Europe, by everywhere. I mean, the entire world came and conquered the United States. And then, sure.
Okay.
So Europeans came in and conquered this country. So now we have America, the United States of America. We had a revolution. Now we're our own sovereign nation. Therefore, because we're our own sovereign nation, just like England, just like Norway, just like Iraq, just like Indonesia, just like Australia, just like Japan, we have the ability to create our own laws and our own way to come into this country, right? So like people are yelling about us having 6 whole entire countries that are known for terrorism, who are known for having all of these things happen. But where's the hate for Mexico or Canada, who has stricter immigration laws than the United States does as a whole? Why is there so much hypocrisy?
I think it's because we hold ourselves to a higher standard than we do other countries. We say we are the #1 country.
Right.
And given that caveat, we have to say that we have better policies than the other countries.
There we go.
Sure. But how did we become that best country? How did we become that country?
That's the story right there, right? How we became the best, and if we even are the best. I mean, isn't that a little arrogant?
Okay, sure. We can, but you said we have that standard, right? So how did we develop that standard?
And the Muslim community to America.
We developed that standard because we have a standard of living in this country. We have a standard of, we have the Constitution, right? The Constitution, and what many people believe, the Constitution is one of the things that makes us the best country. Like, if the people who believe we're the best country, they believe that's why. Because we have these rights, these protections from the government, we have these freedoms. So, what a lot of people are doing is they're watching what's happening in Europe. They're watching what's happening when all the refugees and everybody are coming in. Look at Greece. Greece is like this close to a civil war and a revolution because of all the refugees and all the immigrants that came in, and they literally shifted. I mean, Greece is not Greece anymore. Same thing with Norway. Norway did a mass deportation of all the refugees that came in through the Russian border, who came in from all over the place. All of these European countries are deporting all of these refugees that you guys are praying and wanting to come into this country.
I think it's a little inhumane.
Inhumane?
Like all these people that have no.
But if you have let's say you have somebody who you see walking down the street and they look like they need help. You want them to come into your house. They come in and you're being really nice. You're feeding them, you're bathing them, you're clothing them, you buy them a whole bunch of stuff. They come into your house and they thrash it. They even like light your bedroom on fire because, hey, we're mad because you made me a rule. What would you do? Would you deport them out of your house, or would you let them stay and go into another room and light that one on fire?
40% on an individual basis, maybe, but not East Portland statements saying no to anyone else.
But that's why we want that vetting process. We want that vetting process to make sure that the people coming in are going to be
as first languages in East Portland. I'm from Iraq, and I worked as a case manager for refugees. 20%.
Free thought for free people.